Hey guys, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. So today I'm going to be using a product that's new, a product that's new to me, and a lot of products that need more love in my collection. So I'm going to keep continuing to play with the Lorac Noir, which I recently picked up. I'm also going to show you on camera the Dior, actually picked up the Millefiore Dior Addict lip case, and this is the color Cannage or Cannage in the Dior, I think it's the Shine lipstick. So I've used this once, but I thought I would use it on camera for you. And then just a lot of old favorites and some new favorites that I've picked up. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to try to use some of the more silvery, deeper tones in this one today. I do hope to get out at some point, but I just want to play around a little bit. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. So I'm not sure if you can see, but I do have my fall candle going. That is the Nest Pumpkin Chai candle that I recently picked up from Ulta with a 2000 point haul, and still hanging on to fall. It's a week after Thanksgiving, and still just loving that so much, just still enjoying those spices. So gonna kind of keep going with that. So it's Friday, and it is one of my first days off for my vacation. I'm taking a lot of vacation time this month because I have to use it up because I didn't use it during the year. So I just thought I would sit down and do this video and continue to use my Lorac Noir. I have already done my brows. I have already primed my eyes with the About Face Shadow Fix. The brows are done with the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil, the one that's kind of the dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's in medium brown, I believe. So once again, going into the Lorac Noir palette, and I want to kind of focus on this side, use some of these silvery shades. Of course, White Diamond is stunning and always one that I'm going to be considering because it is so beautiful, but it is a topper shade. But we have some of these shades here. Let's actually, just wanted to flip that upside down so I can actually see what the shades are. We have Silver Moon right here, stunning like silver taupe. We've got Rendezvous, which is like a gold, not really a gold, it's like a bronze glittery shade. We've got Onyx, which is just this deep shimmer. And then, I'll have to use my thumb here. We've got Majestic, which is again like a beautiful glittery shimmer with like maybe a little bit of purple and blue in it. It's got silver in it, so this kind of silver tones, leaning bronzy. There's the swatches. I think I'm gonna go with Silver Moon and maybe top it with a bit of Majestic, or maybe, and then maybe some of what is this? Maybe some of Onyx in the outer corner. But first, the crease. So I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush. This is just a BH Cosmetics crease brush, and I'm going to go into Smoke. And this is a very deep crease color for me, but I think since we're going to be doing something a little bit smoky, that's perfectly appropriate. Don't need much. The Lorac matte shades are great because they're very soft and easy to blend, but you do get a lot on the brush. And if you see a little shimmer in the crease, that's just because I didn't clean this off well enough from the last time I used it. So I did try to clean it, but... So next I'm going to go into Onyx, just this one right here. And this is just a little Wet n Wild, I'm not even sure, it's a P10 brush, but it's nice for putting in the outer V, getting in those tight spaces. I suppose it could be a pencil brush, but just to deepen up and add some shimmer and blur to the outer corner. This is definitely going to have to be cleaned up, but that's what all these shades are for, so we'll get there. But yeah, that is really beautiful. Then I'm going to take this Chanel No. 2 brush. They don't make this one anymore, but I believe it is the 202 now in their current line. This is the one I'm going to this is the one I'm going to use for Silver Moon. So just going in to that and putting that on the main part of the lid. Getting a little bit of fallout, but that's pretty normal with these types of shades. You can definitely see this silver glitter in here. Obviously, when I say glitter, I mean micro glitter, not big chunks of glitter. Not safe for the eye. These are normal glittery shimmers, shimmery glitters. I know what I'm talking about. And then just to lighten this up a little bit, I'm going to go in with the same brush and I'm going to go into Silver Moon. You can go in with your finger for this, but it kind of gives you a hard pan because it is such an emollient shade. I'm just going to swipe that over. And this is incredibly translucent, but I think it'll give just a nice something to it. There isn't much base to this shade, but I think you can see, at least on this side where the light is hitting it, that it definitely adds some beautiful white shimmer, white and silver shimmer to this. It just lightens it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with this little angled liner brush and go into ink. It's a very deep but more purpley shade, so not straight black, but it is a beautiful dark shade. And as you can see, I do get fallout from it. That's why we do our eyes first. A little bit messy today because I just finished my coffee, so my hands are a little bit shaky, and I'm also waiting for the heating and cooling guy to come because I noticed my heater is leaking, which is super fun. So hopefully I can get that fixed today. It always happens whenever I feel like I have money to spend, and then suddenly life says, no, you don't. But it'll be fine, hopefully. I'm just telling myself it'll be fine. And I just need it to get fixed, so water isn't leaking under my floorboards and causing mold. But that's luckily the nice thing about being able to take a Friday off and not having anything really scheduled to do, is you just kind of have the freedom to wait around for the heating guy. So hopefully he'll get here soon, and hopefully I can at least get out and take a walk today, but we'll see. As I'm waiting, I'm doing this. And then I'm just going to go in again with the Chanel brush and just do a little bit of cleanup. So that line it's a little bit thicker than I kind of wanted it to be. So just going to go in and blur it a little bit. I still want that little bit of definition there because it does help with making my lashes look fuller when I put on mascara, but I don't want it to be overtaking the shadow. And then just getting rid of some fallout. And then just going in with this really loose crease brush from Sigma. This is the E36. And I'm going to go into Ecru and just work on cleaning this up and lightening it so it matches a little better with my foundation, because my foundation will lighten up my face a bit. And just smoothing out those edges. These shades are nice for me because I can kind of just go in and blur or kind of almost erase some of those muddy mistakes you make without having to go in with makeup remover or a cotton swab. Gonna go in with something a little fun, and I'm gonna go in with Jade for my Danessa Myricks Multichrome Micro Pencil. So it's this shade that's got just a beautiful spectrum, leaning cool tone, but has a bit of green and blue. Just something kind of fun and glowy to add to the eyes. So this way I see it, it kind of looks like very turquoisey. If you turn it, it looks very green, almost a bit of yellow in it. So it's really pretty. And I just like that little like surprise in the inner corner when you're going, you know, so kind of smoky, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's almost like this like alien glow. I'm sure the heating person will just look at me like I'm a crazy person, but I'm in my own house, so that's fine. But I would go out walking with this and let people just also think I'm a crazy person, because I am, but that's for me to know. Okay, now that I have wiped off all these swatches on my hand, I'm gonna go in with my base products, and I'm gonna go in with the Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum in 20. Again, I have already done my skincare and I've already done SPF. So use about a pump and a half. 2 pumps can be a little much, but 1 just isn't really enough. Taking my Rose Inc number 3 brush, just mixing it on the back of my hand. This is a really beautiful finish, very similar to the Chanel Water Fresh tint. Just a bit more coverage, but not a ton, as you can see. Like, I'm going under my eyes and it's not doing, lightening up a little, but not doing much. But I think you can see it does have a brightening effect on my skin tone. Now this is not the lightest shade. I think number 10 is the lightest shade, and I wanted to go like 1 up because I do have the lightest shade in the Chanel, which is very light. But I might actually need to go up to another shade in this because I think this year I've gotten a lot more sun than I normally would. It's still using SPF, but I've just been out walking a lot more. So I've gotten a little bit more color in my face. And foundations, the normal foundations that I usually tend to use for myself, which I usually pick the fairest of the fair, or whether it's a change in my skin because I'm getting older, they're just kind of making me look a little bit more ghostly than usual, so I've had to go in with bronzer just to deepen them up. But again, a beautiful finish on this product. But not high coverage. Which honestly, this year, or at least since the summer, I've just kind of been wanting my skin to breathe. So I've been going more towards tinted serums and things, and less towards full coverage foundations or even like dewy foundations. But I'm sure at some point, either when I run out of this and my Chanel, I'll go back to like my number 7 or something like that. But for right now, using a brush and a tinted serum has been really working for me. Really easy, really nice, no muss, no fuss, simple. And my skin has been pretty good lately. I think partly due to the fact that I've not been using a lot of foundation. And then just going in with the smallest amount of the ABH Magic Touch Concealer. This is in 3. Very light and very full coverage, at least on me. So I just used, especially with a tinted serum, I just used the smallest amount. Do not need much because I don't need to contrast so starkly with the rest of my face. And I just kind of start at the bottom of the eye and move it up. Well, today has just been one of those days. I just finished the end of this video and I didn't hit record. So here I am with the finished look. The heating guy came over in the middle of me putting on my concealer, which was, you know, super fun. So I finished up my concealer. I did my bronzer with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I used the Laura Mercier All That Shimmers blush. And I did my KIKO Milano blurring powder mascara using the Sky High mascara. I used this little gorgeous gem here. This is I really just bought this for the casing. This is the Millefiore version of the Dior Addict lipstick, and on my lips is Dior Cannage. And it's just a really nice, might be a little bit warm for this eye look, but it's just a really nice nudie brown, a little bit of pink in it, a little bit of brown in it, pretty natural color, deep enough for me. This is a nice but not spectacular formula. It reminds me a lot of the Rouge Coco. I think they're both the Rouge Coco Bloom and Flash now, something like that. They used to just be the Rouge Coco. Just reminds me of like very like wet shine slick lipsticks. So you know, the skinny kinds of lipsticks that you get. So pretty basic, not incredibly long lasting or anything, but this case is beautiful and I'm happy to have it on my vanity and to show it to you. And then to finish off the look, I put on my pretty necklace, took down my hair, and I'm using Flower Market from the Maison Margiela Replica line, one of my favorite fragrances of a long time. One of my favorite fragrances in a long time. This reminds me of Paris. It reminds me of traveling through Europe. So again, maybe not seasonally appropriate, but I'm doing what I'm doing. So I do want to show you one new thing that I recently picked up, which is makeup adjacent. So this was a purchase inspired by Allison Chase, who I've been watching a lot of. She's a Canadian luxury beauty blogger, does a lot of Chanel, Dior, Cle de Peau videos, and she recently got a package from Cle de Peau. I did not get a package from Cle de Peau, but I saw this and I had to have it, and Saks was having a 15% off sale, so I picked it up. And it is the Cle de Peau Cleansing Trio Set. Look at this gorgeous packaging. So beautiful. I love this like astrological design. As you may know, I recently picked up the Cle de Peau Holiday Shine Lipstick with this beautiful constellation motif on it, and I wanted just a few more pieces, but the makeup's just a little bit too expensive for me right now, especially just for, you know, I'm in the middle of buying things for Christmas. I just spent $120 getting my heater fixed. So, but this is just lovely. This is, I think, $60 to $70 with, I think it's normally $85 or something. So I got the 15% off, but it's just stunningly gorgeous. And then you open it up and you have a face wash, the micellar cleansing water, and the cleansing face oil. So I did need a new cleansing face oil and I did need a new face wash, so this was like perfect for me. It is a luxury purchase, and I'm not saying it's cheap by any means, but it was the right time, right place, right bargain. And like I said, I watched Allison Chase's video and I was like, I would like that in my life. So it opens it up and then you get sort of this little surprise, and you get a set of, now this is only 36, but it's 36 of the cottons, and they're pretty much the same because Cle de Peau is owned by Shiseido. So if you ever picked up the Shiseido cottons, which I do frequently, it's basically the same thing. I think they've just got a little Cle de Peau insignia on them. But so yeah, really looking forward to having this full set. And the reason I picked, one of the other reasons that I picked this is because the bottles have the astrological motif on them too. So the constellations on there, the illustrations, and of course they have these beautiful jewel-like tops, which I love, and the star motif. And then this is the one on the cleanser. And I didn't really see any of the other cleansing gift sets that had this same motif on them. It was a lot of their regular products. And this was also honestly one of the more affordable sets. So yeah, pretty excited. I love to, like, I just pulled this out. I love to keep these little things and use them on my shelves for background, and I will report back on how these things work. I've popped them open once. They don't actually have seals on them because they do come, you know, the actual box does come sealed. So this doesn't really smell like anything, but you know, I'm assuming they're going to be nice. I hope they're going to be nice. Either way, I needed a cleansing oil, and I can always use a new micellar water, and I did need a new face wash, so just decided to treat myself. So I hope you enjoyed this little mini luxury haul. I know I've been doing a lot of luxury purchases lately. I don't know, it's just something I've just been into lately. I do still love drugstore, and I do still love indie brands, and I do still love mainstream brands, but every now and then I'm just like, I would just like something really nice. So I get something for myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I've been doing looks with a lot of the same products lately, but I'm just trying to use what's in my collection, use the things that I've actually been interested in buying, use them more than once so that I can actually form some really good opinions on them and just give you some good information. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome, and all of them would be appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.